Hey everybody, Mr. Schreiber here, and I'm going to be going over today some of the problems that you're going to see on your ALEKS homework that may be a little confusing, and we're going to get right into it. I'm going to go over a few problems, and if you're still struggling with this, just message me on Schoology or see me in class, and we'll make sure that we go over some more of these problems in class when you're back in school. So let's get right into it. Today, you're going to be at home. You're going to be looking at some direct proportion graphs. So anytime you guys have a table or an equation that is in direct proportion, which means that it goes up or down by the same factor, you will have a graph, something that looks like this. You may have a table or a graph, a table or equation, and it's going to make a graph like this. So I'm going to show you the big three. What are some of the characteristics of a graph that is in direct proportion? A graph where you have two, things that are going up or down by the same amount. One, the line has to go through the origin. If it's going up or down by the same amount, it's got to start at zero. Got to start at zero, just like, the cost of a junior bacon cheeseburger. No matter what, the cost of a junior bacon cheeseburger is always going to be the same. So if you bought 50 of them, you got to start with zero, and it's going to go up from there. And each time it goes up, it's going to go up by the same amount, and it's going to start at zero. Number two, the line must be straight. It's got to be a straight line. It's going up or down by the same amount every single time, so it's got to be straight. And last but not least, and we'll talk more about this in class, the line cannot be vertical or horizontal. So if you were to take a look here and you were to say which one of these is in direct proportion, hopefully you can pause it for a second if you'd like, but choose the one that is in direct proportion, and the answer is going to be graph 3. This is going up. Look here. We're going up by the same amount every single time. Let's just take a look at 2 here. It's going up by 3. And then we go up to 4. It's going up by 6. And you can actually see it's actually going up by 1.5 every single time. That would be 4.5. It is in direct proportion. It's going up by 1.5 every single time that you move over 1. Look here. It starts here, and this is be like a 0.5, and then all of a sudden at 2, you go to 2. That doesn't really seem to go up and down by the same amount. And then all of a sudden at 3, look here, 3, if I was to go here, I'm going to have to guesstimate. At 3, it would be like 4.5. You can stop there. Notice it goes from 0.5 to 2 to 4.5. This is a no. It's not a direct proportion, which means there's no equation that goes with it. This one kind of looks like it is. It kind of looks like it's in direct proportion. At 2, it's 2. At 3, it's 5. Okay. What about it? At 4, it would be at 8. So going from 2 to 5 to 8. Do you notice how, even though that kind of looks like it's in direct proportion, it is not, and there is no direct proportion equation with that. So for example, you may see a problem like this on the homework. I'm going pretty quick because I only have about 5 minutes on this video. It's going to stop me. So feel free to stop it and go back. Let's take a look. It says for each graph, there's a relationship between x and y. For each graph, determine whether x and y are proportional. If x and y are proportional, fill in the blank with a number. We'll take a look at this first graph. This is not going to be proportional because it doesn't go through the origin, and it's going up by different values. This is proportional. It's a straight line. It goes through 0, 0, and it is not horizontal, and it is not vertical. So if it is proportional, y is how many times bigger than x? Well, the best way to figure this out is to kind of mark here that when x is 1 here, when x is 1, y is 5. Well, when x is 2, y is 10. So how many times bigger, if this is x and this is y, how many times bigger is y than x? Both times, if you take a look here, y is 5 times bigger than x. So you put a 5. In fact, if I asked you guys to write the